Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, we are going to be talking about photo manipulation using brushes. So in my previous videos, I've been talking about how to use brushes, opacity, flow, smoothing, hardness, and the likes. In this video, we are going to be experimenting with them, and we're going to use features like that to turn this picture into something like this to something like this. That's what we're actually going to be doing. So you want to stay tuned. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave a comment, as all of these things tell me that you like the content that I upload on a weekly basis. That being said, let's go right into it. So now here with us is an image of a lady who is just like looking up. We want to make it beautiful. We want to manipulate it with brushes. All right, so but for every image we have three parts of every image. We have the highlight area, we have the shadow area, and we have the mid-tones area. So for this picture, we have the highlights. Highlights are always called like the brightest area in the picture. So this is the brightest area in the picture. We have the shadow area, the darkest part of the picture. This is the darkest part. And now we have the mid-tones. Mid-tones are like the gray areas. So you can say here is the gray area. You can call this the mid-tone. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to be dealing with the dark areas and the highlights. We're not going to be talking much of the mid-tones. Okay, now the first thing we want to do is to duplicate this layer. What we do is to press Ctrl J. Now you see duplicate has been made. Okay, we want to increase the light area of the picture, which is this side, and the dark areas. We want to make them lighter and darker so they can be more pronounced. Do you understand? So to do that, we want to make 3 layers. Okay, you come here where this is your place to make you see create new layer. Click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We are making 3 layers. So the first layer, we are going to name it light. The second layer, we're going to name it dark. The third area, we're going to make it glow. Now the reason for creating all of these layers is because we're going to be painting on them with brushes. If you paint directly on your image, if you want to edit what you've painted, it's going to affect the whole image and it doesn't come out good. Okay, so that's why we are creating the 3 separate layers. So for the light area, we're going to paint this light place with a light color, with a light brush. Okay, so we're going to go to our brush and select the soft round brush, and then we're going to set the opacity to, I've done it already, the opacity to 40, the flow to 15, and the smoothing to 50. That's for the light area. Okay, we have the light, we have the dark, we have the glow. On this your light layer, set the opacity of the brush to 40, the flow to 15, and the smoothing to 50. Right now we want to pick a color for our brush. Now this is the color you're going to pick for your brush. Check this color code FFEBB6. This is the color you're going to choose for the light area. This is the color you're going to choose for the light area. Okay, now you select OK, and then you start to paint the light. These are the light areas here. In case you don't know, this side is light, this side is light, and this side is light. This is the dark area. We are coming to that, but for now we're just going to be painting the light areas. All right, areas, this is how your image should look like. Don't worry about extruding parts of your image. Maybe you're thinking that, oh, the color went out of the image and stuff. Don't worry about that. That's why we have blend mode. Okay, now what you want to do is to come here and change the blend mode to multiply. Right, so there's not much effect at the moment because we used a light color. So when this is the before, this is the after. Right, now we go to the dark side. Okay, we want to do the same thing. You change your brush color to a dark gray color. All right, a dark gray color, not too harsh. Let's say something like this is fine. Yes, you can copy the color code if you want to use it. Change it to a dark gray color, and then you set the opacity to 80, and you set the flow to 60. All right, and then you start to paint your dark areas. You can increase your brush so that you can you do it a little bit faster. You start to paint your dark areas. All right, so once you're done painting, this is how your image should look. All right, so we do the same thing. We want to change the blend mode to multiply. Okay, now I change the blend mode to multiply, but you can see now that it's still looking a little bit too dark. The darkness is a little bit too pronounced, so you want to go and change the opacity to a level that suits your taste. Okay, so yeah, for me this is fine. The opacity of the darkness 54. For me this is fine. Right, now we want to go now to the glow areas. The glow areas is just like the light areas. We're going to be painting these parts that are bright to give it a little glow. Let it glow, let it be, more beautiful, let it glow. All right, so you change the brush color to something like this. Yeah, this would make it glow. You can take note of the color code also in case you want to apply it. And I'd advise that as I'm doing this also, you are also practicing. I'd leave the link to the image in the description so that you can practice with it. And yeah, at the end of this video also, something actually happened while I was playing around with this video. I was able to change it to an AI video, so you want to stick around to see how that came out. Trust me, it was really beautiful. All right, so I'm going to give you challenges at the end of the video. I'm going to drop certain images that you also can manipulate on your own, and then you can tell me in the comments afterwards whether it went well or not. But I mean, just to keep you posted and just to make sure that you have something doing here. So now let's paint the bright areas. Let's make them glow. So this is the color we are going to give it, the glow areas. Now once you're done painting your glow area, this is how it should look like. This is how your glow area should look like. So as usual, we want to go to normal, and we'll change the blend mode this time to overlay. Okay, we are changing the blend mode to overlay, but you can see it's glowing. It's giving us that glowing effect, but it's a little bit too harsh. Yeah, this is not how a face looks. This is actually like a lady coming to you and she wants to do a makeover, so you're just like giving her a makeover, right? So you want to go and do something. You go to filter, you change the blur, Gaussian blur, and you make it a little bit not too blur. Yeah, you can leave it in something like 40. You can see that it has blended. It's not looking like something that is too, the areas where we applied it are not too pronounced. Okay, so you can play around with the blur and then see what suits you. For me this is all right, and I click on OK. Right, so you might also want to try and maybe you want to decrease the opacity. You don't want it to be too pronounced, but for me that aspect of the opacity is just perfect, 100%. Right, now the next stage is we're actually done with this part of the image. Okay, so maybe you want to group all of these things into just make them groups, so you know that this place is for the face. So we create a group and we call the group light, let's call it face. Let's just call it face. Right, so anything you actually do to this group it affects the whole face area. Okay, now what we want to do again is to like I said, this is what we are actually pursuing. We want to create like a purple background and give it like a gradient map. Yeah, so you want to come here, your gradient area, and you select a gradient map. Right, so you click on this icon here, and then we want to give it a purple gradient map. You select this area. Let's make it like a little bit dark. I don't want it to be light. Yeah, dark purple. Beautiful. You copy the color code, and then you come to the other area here, and then you paste the color code. It gives you the same color, and then all you click is OK. Alright, we select OK. Now for the blend mode, we have to set it not on the layer mask, but on this place here. You go and click on this place and you change the blend mode to anyone that fits you. Actually, if you like linear bond, you see this is what it's giving us. The face is now actually just shining, and you have the dark areas. You can change it to multiply, darken. For the sake of this video, I'm going to go with I can go with soft light, but I prefer going with overlay. And let me go with overlay for the sake of this video. Right, so you see it's already giving us that dark effect and this light effect because of the little editings that we did. Okay, Now we want to import the next picture, which is our butterfly. I already created a layer for it. I already created a background for it here, so all we have to do is just to drag it into the image so we can do our manipulation. All right, so this is a butterfly here, but it's facing the wrong direction. You want to right click, you click Ctrl T first and foremost to transform it. Right click and you flip horizontally. Right, so it has changed its direction, and now we want to reduce its size. Yeah, so from the image I showed you, this image here, you can see that it's actually closer to the nose. So we want to reduce the size and place it closer to the nose. Yeah, this is the nostril, close to the nostril, something like that. Yeah, that's how we actually do all of these things. But now we want to do something. The color of the butterfly is not actually what we want. It's not the color we want it to be. So we're going to change the hue and the saturation. So you come here for the butterfly, or the first thing, see something. If you come here and say we want to change the hue and the saturation, what actually happens that anything we play around here affects the whole image. Okay, so you don't want that. You just delete this. Yes. So what you want to do is to select this butterfly. You come to select subject, so the whole of the butterfly is selected, and any change you make affects just the butterfly and leaves the image aside. Okay, so type to select the subject. In this case, the subject is the butterfly. Now that the butterfly has been selected, we have something like this. Now we want to go and apply our hue and saturation. Like we said, it's just one click actually, hue and saturation. Then you click on colorize. That is, it has taken all of its color. This is not the color we want, it has, but this is where we're going to start from. It has colorized it. The blue color we wanted, it has taken it, so we're going to add our own color to it and give it our own blend mode. Okay, all right, so after the colorization, what we want to do is to paint on this image, on this butterfly. But to do that, like I said, you can't paint directly on this butterfly. It's going to give it a whole lot of problem when we want to edit the butterfly. So you want to create another layer, and you can leave it as layer 1 or any name you choose to edit it to. And you want to set the color of the brush, because we're going to paint here, the color of the brush to this color code F98501. Yeah, that's the color we're going to use, and you click OK, right? And then you start to paint the butterfly. Alright, so when you're done painting your butterfly, this is what you should have, something like this, right? So as usual, you go to the blend mode and you change it to divide. You can play around with the blend mode, which one works better for you. I'm actually just doing this video based on what I like, based on what looks beautiful to me. So you can go around and if difference makes sense to you, exclusion. For me, I used divide. Okay, so that's what gave it this glowing kind of color, and then I just place it where it's supposed to be placed. Oh, you want to link these 3 layers together, because as you can see what happened here, I wanted to drag the butterfly, but it's like the layer that we painted is moving out. So link the 3 of them. You just select the 3 of them together and you right click and you click link layers. All right, so when you move it now, everything moves at once. Yeah, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Yes. Yeah, we're coming to the end of the video, so please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave a comment, as all of these things tell me that you like the video that I upload on a weekly basis. All right, so the next thing we want to do is to apply our brush, because everything here is done. We want to apply this effect here, this effect that you see on the background. Yeah, that's what we want to actually apply. All right, so what we want to do now is to come here, select our brush, B, shortcut for brush, and change it to this here. This is what we call Kylie's brush. This is it here. This is Kylie's splatter brush. That's what you want to select, Kylie's splatter brush. All right, so after you selected the brush, we want to come to this our image here, the copy. You right click on it and you rasterize the image so that you can actually do effects to the image. If you don't rasterize the image, you'll not be able to edit it. But now that it's rasterized, you can now want to start applying anything you want to apply. So you can now start applying the colors you want to apply. As you can see, mine is giving a kind of orange color because of the orange color here. You can change it to white if you want. You change the background color, the foreground color to white, and then you start to use it. Yes, so it's giving a touch of red, white, and purple because the gradient map of this image is purple. So just place it in places you feel like will make the image beautiful. So guys, here is another image that I downloaded, and what I want is for you, my viewers, to actually try to manipulate this picture, change it to whatever taste you want using brushes like I did to this picture right here. So if you want to add, not necessarily have to butterflies, whatever, just do something related to what I did to this image so that you can understand what I've been saying better. I'll leave a link to the image in the description, so you can do well to download it. Go to the description, download it, and then do the manipulations, and that way, like I said, you understand it better. And yes, that's what we have, guys. That's what we have. This is beautiful. But I want to blend this image, this butterfly, more into the background. Everything we did editing this butterfly is just to blend it to the background, and it worked well. But I want to give it like an outer glow. Okay, I want to give it an outer glow. So we come to this butterfly layer, we double click on it, and then we go to outer glow. So let me just shift that so you can see what is happening. Okay, so now we go to outer glow. You can see already it's set to purple, and already you can just see the effect of the purple outer glow on it. So you can just play around with it. You can set your own outer glow to white. You can set it to, this is the color. If I want to change it to white, I can change it to white and then see how it is. So you see white color. Okay, but let me just leave it as purple. Cancel. I leave it as purple, and I increase the size a bit. So let me increase the size to like 80. Yeah, okay. And that's for the butterfly. So you see it's more blended into the image, and it's giving this butterfly flying close to the nose. But something else I'd like to add, you see that this image is missing the fact that we need to make this nose a little bit glowing, so that there is an effect that something is actually coming on the nostril. You get? So to do that, again, you create another layer, and then what you want to do is to select your brush tool and change the foreground color to white as usual, and then change the brush to soft round brush, reduce the size of the brush, and then you paint the nostril white. Yes, so that is it. Now haven't done that, this is how it should look. You want to create another layer again. You create another layer above this layer, and then you paint the nostril white again on that same layer, right? So the next thing we want to do is to change the blur of this. I'm actually teaching you how to make this thing, like you want to make it a little bit shiny. Now you change the blur of this second layer. You change the blur to you give the Gaussian blur look, and you change it to let's decrease the size. Okay, you play around with it, whatever works best for you. It's fine. We're going to move close to this image, so we see what we're doing. Control O, right? So we want to it's not looking like something that it's actually going where this nose is, like the nostril is. So we want to move it a bit so that it's looking like a normal glow effect. Yeah, let's place it somewhere here. Yes, I think that's best. Now after we've painted the two layers, we want to get rid of all of these layers, this side of the brush that we painted that is getting into out of the nose, that's protruding out of the nose. But first and foremost, you can see that this color is getting close to this nostril. We also want to get rid of all of these layers, and we can't do that by just any means other than creating a layer mask, right? Now for these two layers that we've created, all you want to do is to select the both of them and group them. put them into one group. Okay, it means that whatever you do to layer 2 affects layer 3 also. Okay, now we can now create our layer masks. Having grouped them, we create our layer mask. Right, so I'm going to create a video talking about layer masks, and then I'll explain more on layer masks so you know what it means to invert, what it means to, you know, paint with black, paint with white, you know. But for the sake of this video, I can't talk of it, so I don't want the video to be too long. So I just press Ctrl I, which is invert. It hides all of the constituent or all of the content of this folder. Now I go and select my brush. I change my foreground color to white, and then all I just have to do is to zoom in. I zoom in on this picture, and I start to paint on this picture with my brush. I select my brush again, and I start to paint on this picture. You know, it starts to reveal the white areas that were hidden. Okay, so these are the places we want the white to be. So I just paint on only that place carefully, making sure that it does not go out again. Right? Yeah, this is it. Just like that, right? Alright, I can change my foreground color to black also to hide some of the places if it actually came out too much. Can change it. So this. Alright. So that was something like this. Okay, so but we can select this now and move it a bit upward to this side. Yeah, this is beautiful. So all I have to do now is to zoom out. Let me just fit it to screen, and yes, that's it. Here we have it, our glow effect. So this is how you create a glow effect. Most people will just go online and download one glow effect. They'll put it on the nose to change the blend mode, but this is actually how to do it manually. But that's not all for the image. So we want to go to the brightness and adjust the brightness side of this image so everything looks a little bit, you know, uniform. And go to the layer part of this, or we come to the adjustments part of this, and then we come to brightness and contrast. So we increase the brightness of this image. Okay, let's reduce the contrast. We increase it, whichever one we want to play with. Okay, and yeah, there you have it, guys. There you have it. This is actually photo manipulation with brushes. Everything I did here basically were just with brushes, and yeah, we've come to the end of the video, guys. Yeah, I know this is looking like kind of like not as, you know, looking rough and stuff, but I mean, this is just me telling you what you can actually do with brushes. I thought about brushes, and I'm actually showing you now what you can do with brushes. So this is what we call photo manipulation, and it's actually done with brushes, like I said. So and yes, I did not forget my promise. For those that stayed to the end of the video, I told you I transformed this image to an AI video, so here it is.